Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys very much for being here today. I appreciate it and I hope everybody is doing well. Today we're dusting off an old hardcore character that I transferred over to the Whitemane server. Some of you guys might remember our level 30 Night Elf Warrior from Defias Pillager server. We haven't touched them in like several months. Many moons have passed. And I was able to transfer them over to Whitemane. So today we're going to be playing on a warrior. That is what we're doing. Dragon's Bane, Dante, Monica, Bandit, Parkow, Lisa, Ashura. Welcome guys. Thanks for being here today. We have a couple of things I have to take care of in town first. We need to train First Aid and Herbalism to the next ranks. And then I think we're heading to the Wetlands. Well, I don't know. We'll check the map and see what kinds of quests we have where. We might actually be going to South Shore for a little bit.
King's honor, friend.
We have nothing to train here. Okay, why did I think we would? We're capped out at 150. So I guess this means we need a book. We need a first aid book. I wonder if there are any on the auction house. This character has 8 golds. So there's that. Talon, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Let's hit up the auction house and see if we can find this first aid book. And then I also have to train the next rank of Herbalism, which should be over in the Mage Quarter. Yep. Sven, Craig, good afternoon, good evening to you guys. Welcome, welcome. And it looks like this warrior was going really hard into Fury. That's right, typically I take my warriors down the arms tree, but for this warrior we went like full Fury. And we're dual wielding, so we'll see how that goes. What are we dual wielding? We're dual wielding some green weapons. So yeah, nothing really good. Nothing really good. We're also packing a shield, which is nice. Could come in handy. Colin, good afternoon, and welcome to the stream. Raymond, happy Saturday to you as well, buddy.
I am listening. May the stars guide you.
All right. So, let's have a look. It looks like we might have done quite a bit in the Wetlands. I don't see the Green Warden's quest. It looks like we were in the middle of working on the Cursed Crew. We have 3 out of 5 and 9 out of 13. What a weird place to leave a quest. Though we do have a couple of turn-ins. So I should probably head to the Wetlands. I think we'll take the tram. Let's take the tram over to Ironforge and then we'll fly to Menethil Harbor. I think that might be just a little bit faster, depending on if we actually make the tram. Guitar Junkie, welcome buddy. Thanks for being here. In a couple levels, this character could start off in Stranglethorn. I think we want to be like level 32 before we do that. We're almost level 31. We have not used a lot of different weapons on this character at all. We have no two-handed mace skill. We have no two-handed sword skill. We have no one-handed mace skill. We have a very low sword skill. It feels like all we've been using are two-handed axes and axes. That's a very weird place for a character to be in at level 30. And this was a hardcore character. I must have really been slacking with this one. Because yeah, level 30 and not having any other weapon skills, oh my god. It feels so bad. So like originally I tried to transfer our Deviant Delight warrior who was also level 30, but there are no transfers right now off of Deviant Delight. It acts like there's a free transfer, but then you go to do it and you can't, it doesn't let you select an outgoing server. So like you select Defies, you select Deviant Delight, you select the character you want to transfer. There's a little box where it says like type the name of the transfer server, and it just doesn't pull anything up. So unfortunately, I couldn't get that warrior, so I grabbed this warrior off Defias Pillager server because I have no plans to ever go back and play it on hardcore. So we'll see how it goes. I would really like to have a warrior on this server, but I really don't want to level a warrior up from level 1. So this is my attempt to like pick up a character, pick up a warrior to have a warrior here that's not level 1. We'll see how it goes. I'm kind of discouraged by like the low weapon skills. It also doesn't, I have skinning and herbalism. It looks like obviously skinning's okay. I can't really tell if herbalism is behind or not. I guess we won't really know until we're like in a current questing area. Then I'll know if my herbalism is just way behind. Okay, that was a nice camera glitch. I think it is really funny that Deviant Delight, they had offered everybody transfers off. And so, like, of course, when the community tries to do a fresh start there, they stop offering the transfers. Which is, like, hilarious. So now if you spent time leveling a character on Deviant Delight for the fake fresh start, now your character's just, like, stuck there forever. Yeah, I can spam rend. Yeah, rend or hamstring. I like spamming rend to level up my weapon skill. It's a lot faster on a warrior than it is on a paladin. That's for sure. Yeah, it won't be too bad. We'll see how it goes. We'll play for a while today, and I'll see how I feel about the character. See if I can like re-engage with it at all. Level unarmed for when I get disarmed. I never do that. Eventually we'll get disarmed enough that our unarmed skill will be higher, but like I never level up unarmed. I'm a slacker like that. What can I say? Alex, good evening to you. Good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you stopping by. You wish you had a griffin you could fly on for peace and quiet? Dang. Man, I wish I just had a bicycle I could ride on to like go off and get some peace and quiet. That'd be cool. I'd be happy with a bicycle. As it is, I just got my own 2 feet. But usually when I'm on my own 2 feet going for a walk, I have a dog with me. And so like having a dog with you is not always the same thing as having peace and quiet. Especially my dogs. I have one dog that likes to run at stuff, and then I have another dog that tries to run home constantly. Like every time we are on the walk, we make a turn. He tries to turn in the direction that he thinks will get him home the fastest. So yeah, I have one dog who annoyingly runs at everything, and then I have a dog who runs away from everything. And like what I'm missing is a dog that enjoys the walk, that just wants to walk with me. That's what I'm missing. A bicycle would be nice, because then I have an excuse not to have a dog with me. Khalid, good afternoon, good evening to you, buddy. Welcome to the stream.
What's on your mind?
What did I just pick up? I don't know. Light forged iron. Search the wreckage of the flying osprey. Okay. I know where that is. Let's go do that. I think this involves fighting many, many murlocs. If I remember correctly. Yeah, imagine a dog trying to keep his walk as short as possible, yeah. He actually got away from me the other day. There had been these two other dogs that were kind of loose on the street we were walking on, and the dogs were really chill. Like the dogs were out of their yard, but they were really chill. They were about his size, so I thought like we'll just walk up to them. It'll be fine. Like my dog will meet these dogs. These dogs seem really chill. Not a big deal. So like the dogs were chill. The dogs walked up to us. They were both like these little fluffy dogs. They were super chill, super cute. And my dog panicked, and he panicked so quickly that he backed himself out of his collar. We were 4 blocks from home, and before we could even blink or call to the dog or anything, the dog was gone. He was gone down the street. He turned a corner at the end of the block, and like he was gone. And it turns out he knows his way home, because he ran himself all the way back to the front door from like 4 or 5 blocks away. We were like a quarter mile away from the house when he got away, but he found himself. He knows the route home. He knows every turn he has to take apparently to get himself all the way back to the porch. So there's that. That's like one good thing. But then like, you know, he knows the way home because he's always trying to get back home. Like he doesn't seem to enjoy the walk. He just wants it to end. And that has the side effect of making me not enjoy the walk, and then I just want it to end. Which sucks, because I typically like walks. Decalor, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. It's impressive. It was kind of impressive. I always had the feeling that he knew his way home because of how easily he would always know which way to turn himself to try to go home. So I had a good idea. My kid was freaking out. My kid was not happy with like how chill I was when the dog got away. I think my kid wanted me to like chase the dog or like scream for the dog. I was just like, he'll find his way home or he won't, and we'll have to get in the car and look for him later. I'm like, either way, we have a quarter mile walk to get home. My kid was not happy with me. My son, he walked ahead of me. I know he wasn't happy with me because like typically on our walks he talks nonstop about Pokemon or like whatever he's into. He stopped talking at me and he walked like several feet ahead of me for the rest of the walk. Whereas usually he walks right beside me and talks to me. That's how I knew he was pissed at how I was reacting to our dog just running away from us. Whitney, good afternoon and welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, some keybind stuff. I don't think execute's working well on F5. Let's put Battle Shout on F5 instead. I still wonder if Fury is actually better DPS than Arm Spec. I feel like the thing you get with Arm Spec that you don't really seem to get with Fury is that, like, on Arm Spec, sometimes you get really big crits. You'll just crit something for an insane amount of HP, and it happens, like, pretty frequently. That you'll just completely dismantle a mob with, like, just 1 or 2 serious crits. That doesn't seem to happen as much when we're dual wielding. Also, I think without, like, going into improved rend, I think the rend, like, the bleed is pretty useless. And I wonder if I should even waste my rage putting up a rend when I'm Fury Spec. Because typically we go here, and, like, when you do this, it's worth it to put up a rend. And then you get down into deep wounds. But it's like, without going into improved rend, I really don't know that it's worth doing it. It seems like it might be a waste of rage. That was really smart of him. He actually netted us, and then he actually got ranged, and I think he got off one attack before the net popped. Very smart, very advanced mob behavior. It's funny to think that like mobs were more dynamic and interesting back in 2004 than they are in 2024. Whereas like I don't think I don't notice when mobs do anything in retail. I just keep slamming my buttons with the knowledge that if I slam all of my buttons, the mobs will be dead before anything they do really affects me. It's a 2004 game, right. But still has better interactions with enemies than a game in 2024. It's the difference between like making an RPG and just making an action game. It's like in an action game you're gonna fight hordes and hordes of enemies. And like what those enemies do specifically, like for the little enemies, it doesn't matter. In an action game, the only enemy mechanics that matter are boss mechanics. Like trash mechanics don't matter in an action game. Classic WoW is an RPG. In an RPG, everything every mob does, it can be important to some extent. Whether the mob has a heal, whether the mob has an interrupt, whether the mob has a stun, whether the mob has a disarm, whether the mob nets you and gets ranged. Like mobs are all very unique. They all have a character sheet that has like different abilities and different behaviors baked into them. Whereas mobs in retail, since it's not an RPG anymore, like the mobs are just trash. Like they're literally just trash, and they're there for you to push your buttons on, so that you feel like you're engaging with the game in any way. And so yeah, it's just the difference between an RPG and an action game. I convince you to keep playing Classic. There you go. Yeah. I mean, if you're playing Classic, don't stop playing Classic. If you're playing Classic, you're playing basically the only version of the game that still exists that's actually an RPG. After Cataclysm, like, it really just becomes... For Cataclysm, for a while, it was an action RPG. And now I think it's just a straight up, it's an action game with some RPG elements. I don't even think I'd call it an action RPG anymore. We talked yesterday about how, like... And I thought this was, like, really interesting to draw, like, the difference between designing for an RPG and designing for an action game. Is that in retail WoW, when you have an oh shit moment, where, like, let's say you pull 30 enemies on accident. Every class is going to do the same exact thing. Every class is going to pound every AoE they have. You're going to pop your cooldowns. You're going to pop any defensives that you have. You're going to use heals as necessary, and you're going to stun everything that you can. That's what you do in retail. I mean, it doesn't matter what class you're on. Every class is going to press the buttons that do those things. Big damage, stuns, defensives, DPS cooldowns, and then heals as necessary because every class has them. Whereas in Classic, in an RPG, every class is going to do something completely different to deal with an oh shit moment. If I'm on a warrior during an oh shit moment, I'm gonna pop my offensive cooldowns. I'm gonna try to go hard, kill everything as fast as I can. I'm gonna pop any potions I have. If I have the dazing shout, I'm gonna daze them and try to get a bandage in. But ultimately, I'm just gonna keep going hard on damage. If I'm on a mage, I'm going to try to freeze everything in place, slow it all down, blink away, kite it, keep it slowed, keep it killed, AoE it down. If I'm on a priest, I'm going to pop a bubble, I'm going to use a self-heal, I'm going to spread my Shadow Word Pain around to get damage going on multiple targets, and then I'm going to focus them down one at a time. If I'm on a paladin, you know, you get the idea. Every class in Classic era is going to react to an oh shit moment with a unique perspective, a unique thing that they're trying to do. Whereas in Retail WoW, everybody's going to react the exact same way. The only thing that's different is what the buttons are called and what the abilities look like. But the methodology of dealing with things is the same. It's all homogenized. And that's the difference between an RPG and an action game. We are done here and I can move on. Retail is the best option for stat role-playing, though. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know what stat role-playing is. You can invest all stats in the WoW token. I mean, the WoW token is another big problem, but that's a completely separate problem. Recently, I've been trying to talk about like the difference between like being an RPG and having RPG elements, and then like Retail, where it's at like moving completely away from being an RPG. I think that's why it's harder for new people to get into World of Warcraft in 2024. I think it's why like people who do get into it for a little bit these days don't stay like super invested, because the game is no longer an RPG. And since it's no longer an RPG, it no longer really pulls people into the world or the lore. It's like they're just experiencing the game on a very like surface level, and it doesn't create any kind of investment.
Hi, watch your back. Safe travels.
All right. Let's head out into this area here. We have to finish up the kill quest. We have a quest to turn in on the bridge from the excavation site. Yeah, so we'll go that way. And I am going to go bio before I leave town. I will be right back. All right, let's go. Let's also drink some more coffee.
What can I do for you? See you soon. Off with you.
Eventually, I'm gonna have to join one of these spam guilds. Like, especially if I want to do like any 5-man stuff. So yeah. And since it's a stream and I'm hiding guild chat with my face, I can actually read guild chat. Maybe it'll be worth a laugh. Okay. Oh man, you know what I have to do though? I have to turn off looking. All looking for group is people spamming gdkp and boost. Like that's 100%. Not 100%. It's like 89% of LFG is just people either selling boosts or doing GDKP raids. And every once in a while, you'll see something different. Every once in a while, you'll see like a normal group go out. I would say that's like the only negative thing about this server. And I think like maybe the remedy to that is just joining one of the giant guilds and like sticking to guild chat to look for groups for leveling dungeons. That's really the only, and this might not be the guild. This might not be the guild, but we'll see. I think what matters most is that it's a big guild with tons of active players, and I don't really think anything else matters. And then you just treat it as like a giant LFG. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn system messages off on our immersive window though. Let me do that. Well, let's turn off system. That way you guys don't have to see all that. There we go. Generally, the RPG genre has some class systems and stat attribute allocation, like some RPGs do. But like that's not something you need to have to be an RPG. You can definitely be an RPG without having manually allocated stats at every level. But I mean, some RPGs do. Like a lot of CRPGs do it that way. And some like older school RPGs. But I think that even if you don't have manual stat allocation, you can still definitely qualify as a straight up RPG. I think more important to being an RPG, like more important than allocating stats yourself at every level, more important is just the concept that every level feels significant in some way. Like every level should have significance to it. Whether that significance is that you learn another rank of a spell that you currently have, or you learn a new spell, or you just get a pretty big boost to like your stats. You see your HP go up substantially. You can fight mobs that were giving you a hard time before, now they're a little bit easier. I feel like the important thing for an RPG to maintain is that every time you level, it feels like you accomplished something, and you got a reward for that accomplishment. This is probably not great. Let's pop, let's pop Retaliate. This is that oh shit moment we talked about earlier. Do I have a fear? I do have a fear. They're both immune to it because they're undead. Oh boy. Okay, looting is not what we want to be doing right now. Let's pop a potion. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. See, that was a really good example of what we were talking about earlier. Is like every single class in Classic Era would have had to handle that a little bit differently. Actually, it would have been very different if you were on any other class. And then if this were retail though, we'd have just done the same thing. We'd have cranked out a bunch of damage, we'd have popped defensive, we'd have popped offensives, we'd have popped stuns. Like we would do the same thing on every class. So we have all the sailors we need. We're looking for one more marine. Maybe we can find them out in the water. Maybe I don't have to. I'd rather not go into the boat. I feel like going into the boat could be a problem. And I only see sailors in the underneath the decks anyway. I don't need sailors. Let's go check out the other ship. It looks like it's basically all sailors again. I see one marine up here. Okay, so... Okay, I see a marine below decks. Maybe we can get this guy. That's not... There we go. Oh yeah, we might also have some quests in South Shore we can do. I always forget about South Shore on the Alliance. Down the Coast, Soothing Turtle Bisque, both of those are within range. Okay, so yeah, we need to go to South Shore at some point, like, relatively soon. McLovin, thank you so much, man, for the $50 super chat. That is incredibly generous of you, my man. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying the classic adventures. Yeah, for me, like, streaming classic, it's probably like, that's the best thing I can do. It's like, I play this game also to chill and just to have a good time. And that basically always happens when we stream classic, but it like it barely ever happens when I stream retail. So yeah, I'm happy to be here, and I'm glad you guys are here with me. Yeah, I think maybe from here, maybe we make our way over to South Shore. We can grab the... I think these are breadcrumbs, right? Deliver the letter to Sarah Baloo and to South Shore. Okay, yeah, I think we can grab these. And then we make a run through the Highlands. And grab the flight point at Refuge Point. Could be a plan. Other than that, we would have to go back to Duskwood. We have level 31, level 35. So yeah, we're kind of I don't want to say that we're like running out of quests to do. But yeah, we do need to find like a bunch of quests to do, which might not happen until we go into Stranglethorn. And the longer we can put off going into Stranglethorn level-wise, the better off we'll be. Unless we just want to do like a bunch of grinding.
Looking for something specific?
Which on a warrior is can be fun.
Greetings.
I should probably send this wool over to our tailor. That's probably what I should do with the wool. That would probably be my best use of it. I mean, I guess I need some of it for skill ups here, but maybe I'll send some of it off. I'm gonna send a stack of it and the 9. I'm gonna send a stack of I'm gonna send some silk. That should be good. Mr. Santa, good afternoon to you, man. Welcome to the stream.
Need something? See you later. See you around.
Let's see. Get the Intrepid Strongbox key. Okay, so we have another quest here. What level is that one? Okay, let's finish this one up. We'll finish this one out. I'm not in like a super big hurry to move on, so. The Return of Alts. Yeah, this is an old character from Hardcore, actually. This was a Defias Pillager server character. I transferred them over to Whitemane this morning. I always kind of always want to be playing a warrior. I don't know. It's something I always gravitate back to. Also, in Classic Era, there's a lot to be said for letting your characters get a little bit of rested XP. Especially as they start to get into like the 20s and 30s. Yeah, I'm just on this character today, I had the urge to have a warrior, so I tried to transfer our Deviant Delight warrior, but apparently they stopped transfers from Deviant Delight. It's funny because now like everybody that rolled there, they stopped transfers and now your characters are all trapped. Now your character's trapped on Deviant Delight and they will live there forever. So yeah, I tried to get that warrior over here, but that wasn't possible, so I grabbed this one instead. They're both the same level. Both of them are level 30. Kind of wish they had just like, they should have like just open free transfers from whatever server to whatever server. Because if they had that, I could grab my my 47 Paladin on Mankrik. I'd love to get them over onto Peggle. That was the 47 Paladin that we played on Bloodcell Buccaneers. That I ended up just retiring them because I couldn't find a weapon for them. I'd love to get that guy over here on Whitemane. And then we have the 39 Dwarf Paladin that fell off the boat. I sent them to Mankrik. Now I regret it, because if I had left them on Defias Pillager or Bloodcell Buccaneers, then I'd be able to transfer them over here to Whitemane. But now they're on Mankrik. So now if I want them, I have to pay for the transfer, which I do not want to do. Here we go again. We don't have Retaliate this time, so we might be dead. We still have a potion, which I haven't used yet. Let's pop the potion now. Maybe we're gonna be fine. Maybe we're gonna be fine. That's great. This is why I like being on a warrior. Alright, so we got the key, and then the box is somewhere below decks. Even further below decks? Can I get in under there? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so... Yeah, I'm not sure how we're gonna handle this exactly. For some reason, I remember the item being, like, very easy to get to. But this seems like it's gonna involve, like, fighting away, like, to the below deck. And we don't have enough air to do that. Maybe from the other side? Yeah, maybe. Let's try that, because I don't think there's any way that I can fight long enough to get down there. I thought there were, like, access ports, like, down here. Or, like, maybe a hole in the side. Maybe we can get in through here? That's not gonna get us any closer. Yeah, I don't think this gets us any closer. We can't even get into this one. Come on, there we go. Okay, yeah, we still have to come this way. I don't see, like, an easy way. It's, like, right here, but it's one deck deeper. I don't think there's an easy way to get there. Maybe it's, yeah, see, we have to come over here. We have to come down here. Yeah, okay, let's see if we can just do this. We may die. We may run out of breath. Okay. Come on. It was close.
King's honor, friend. Light bless you.
You got my attention. Safe travels. Watch your back.
That one goes back to Stormwind City. I think instead of going back to Stormwind City, I am going to make the run through the Arathi Highlands into Hillsbrad. And then we'll see, unless I already have the flight point. What do you guys think the odds are that I already have the South Shore flight points? I don't feel like the odds are very good. I feel like it's worth checking.
Need help?
I have the South Shore flight point. I'm really glad that I checked. Yeah, at some point we must have made the run. Maybe we did a Shadowfang Keep. Like maybe we made the run for a Shadowfang Keep or something. So yeah, I don't know. Let's just take it.
See you around.
Yeah, the only thing with Final Fantasy XIV is just 300 hours of MSQ. I've been tempted in the past to just like boost into the current expansion and like play the current expansion. When they first talked about Dawn Trail, they phrased it as a new beginning for Final Fantasy XIV, like story-wise. They talked about it like Endwalker was literally the end of that story, and Dawn Trail was going to be the beginning of a new story. And like what I was hoping for and how I interpreted this was that it was going to be a new story in a different part of the world with a new cast of characters that we were meeting for the first time. But that's not really what happened. I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's the same cast of characters that we've known since A Realm Reborn, which means that like without playing every single part of the MSQ, you're still going to be greatly missing out on those characters' history and their backstories and stuff like that. Yeah, like I played A Realm Reborn. I boosted in Shadowbringers to get into the Shadowbringers expansion because my real life friend and my old guild were jumping into it. So, but I played through Realm Reborn, went into Shadowbringers. I got finished the MSQ in Shadowbringers, and then like I didn't do any raiding or anything like that though. And then like I watched a bit of a Let's Play of Endwalker. Like I watched Coat Carnage play a bunch of Endwalker when he was doing his Final Fantasy XIV playthrough, and like so I absorbed a lot of the story like from watching him play Endwalker. Not that I remember any of it, like. And so yeah, but I wanted Dawn Trail to literally be the fresh beginning that they said it was going to be, and it didn't turn out to be that way, and I was bummed out because like I thought like here it is, this is my time to get into Final Fantasy XIV. Like as a huge Final Fantasy fan, it sucks to feel excluded from like the biggest game in the genre, or the biggest game in the Final Fantasy like series, you know?
Go with honor, friend.
It sucks to feel excluded from it and locked behind like 300 hours of probably really good, but still of almost insurmountable feeling MSQ.
King's honor, friend.
I just wanted a new adventure in Ivalice and like new characters to get to know along with everybody else getting to know them. But that's probably, I guess that's probably never in the cards for FF14.
What can I do for you?
Now I'm holding out for Final Fantasy XI Classic Remaster. That's what we'll play. Final Fantasy XI Classic Remaster. Coming probably never, but I would love for that to exist. Yeah, like that's the game I really want to play.
How are you?
And I feel like they should probably do like a graphical overhaul.
See you around.
I wouldn't mind if they did Final Fantasy XI Remaster and they just did it in the Final Fantasy XIV game engine. Like if they're smart, this is what they would do. You know, keep the systems intact. You probably gotta tidy some things up with the systems, to be honest. But you can just build it in the Final Fantasy XIV game engine, like have it look exactly the same. Like, it's fine. And then you just keep all the classic designs, including that you lose experience when you die. That's the most important one. Like, when you die, you lose character XP. So like in Final Fantasy XI, you could de-level. I remember like hitting the level threshold to get my sub job for the first time, like finally getting my subclass, and then like almost immediately getting into a group that pulled 2 goblins, and we wiped. Like, we got killed. We didn't run to the entrance of the zone like we should. We tried to stay and fight the 2 gobs, and then I de-leveled, and then I lost my subclass, which then puts you back into the prior area to ding that level again until you can come to the next area after getting your subclass again. Yeah, that was it was brutal, but it was fun. And the game literally, you had to play with other people. Like, if you want to fight one mob, you had to have a party to fight the one mob. Like, you weren't going into the second zone and like doing really anything on your own, as most classes. Like, on most classes, you absolutely had to have a group around you. How am I going to pull any of this stuff? I guess I could shoot. You're an oracle, you're going to cast. You're a tide hunter, you're going to throw a spear, so I can't really just shoot them. Let's pick off some of the ones that are on their own. I don't really want to be in a group because... Oh wait, is this a kill quest? Oh, it's a kill quest. Okay, if it's a kill quest, let's group up. I thought it was a collect the heads quest. But no, it's not. It's just a kill quest. That was not my intended target. That was not what I wanted to do. I did not intend to charge into that group like that, and I am very sorry to these people because I think I just got us killed. Maybe we could take this. I think we're fine. We're in a group. We're gonna be good. They probably think I did that on purpose. I did not do that on purpose. That was not intentional. This is probably not gonna end well for me. I'm gonna have to pop this potion. I have to get in here on this guy, like, right now, because he's killing me. I'm gonna pop my cooldown here. Oh, he's healing. He's healing. That's not good. No, 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 no. Okay, we got him before the heal went off. Okay, we needed to get him before the heal went off. Okay, this is gonna be fine. Alright, there we go. It was a mistake, but it ended up being fun. I'm glad for it. Professional gamer move. Yeah, exactly. But look, we cleaned it up, so... It created a little bit of excitement. Like, what's the point of grouping up if you're not going to pull, like, too many mobs, you know? They're heading the other way, though. I think they might be done. Yeah, 10 out of 10. So they might be done. We can go this way, though, in case they kill it. Yeah, they're killing more still. Yeah, let's do it. Look, they did the same thing I did. I'm gonna charge in on these guys. Here we go. Okay, this might be this is probably bad. I don't have a potion this time, so yeah, I don't they're cross healing. This might be a ripperoni. Oh dear God. Oh no, the double heals. Oh God. Oh no, 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 not like this. No. Okay. Well, that was fun. Fun while it lasted. Now, to be fair, they did that, and they pulled that when I was really far away, so that one's not on me. Yeah, go again. Deleted, go again. I totally failed, except, you know, that one was not necessarily my fault. Those two pulled that on their own. I probably should have just hung back. But yeah, I'd rather die fighting with my group than hang back. Not having a potion there really sealed our fate. That's a tough one. Okay, this seems safe. I think these guys are... Where are these guys at? Oh, I don't even know. I feel like they're done with the quest. Yeah. They might be done with the quest. They're way over this way. Alright, I won't charge into this pack. Let's grab the guy over here. He's really close to a bear. Let's not grab the guy over here. Let's grab the guys back this way. I also have elixirs that I could pop if I were trying to be efficient in any way. I could pop some of these. And see, this is where a bleed build is superior. If we had a bleed build, this guy would have just died. And now, where is he? Is this him? That's not him. This is him right here. At least he didn't find anybody to help him out. It could have been worse. He could have came back with like 6 friends. Yeah, if we had a little bit of bleed damage, he would have just walked off and died. I feel like for me to fully enjoy this warrior, I might have to go back to arms. I don't know why I don't really enjoy the dual wield. I think it's because I just like the big crits that you get when you have a big two-handed weapon. I think it's just like very superficial. I like occasionally just critting the mob for half of its HP. That doesn't seem to happen as much when we're dual wielding. And also I just don't like my warriors to dual wield. I like my rogues to dual wield. Like, rogue dual wielding is really the only kind of dual wielding that like feels good to me. I don't even like enhancement shaman dual wielding. I like enhancement shaman with a two-hander. Oh god. You just noticed all the X-Men figures in the background? Yep, that's all of Wave 1 of X-Men 97, and then I got Cyclops from Wave 2, and I think I'm waiting for Christmas to get the rest of them because they are quite expensive. And as a grown man, it's hard to justify like $26 per action figure for like 8 action figures. So I think it's going to be, the rest of them will have to be a Christmas thing. I have made a terrible mistake. Yeah, we we are gonna run away from this, and like even running away from it, I don't think we can live because we don't have a clear like line of retreat here. Okay, well that was pretty nice that we got over that hillside. That was pretty nice. If we aggro this guy, we're probably dead. We aggroed him. Yep, we aggroed him. Awesome, awesome. This place is tough. We are not really at a good level to be here. I don't really know like how I messed up this character's leveling, but this character feels like a character that kind of like ran out of at-level quests to do. Like typically you want to have a bunch of green quests to do. Somehow this character did not happen on this character. And like somehow we just like we don't have any stuff to do that's not like at our level or a little bit higher than our level. It just feels kind of rough. Feels a little bit rough. Ashley, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the stream. Alright, let's try to finish this one up. We need 1 and 1, and then we can be done with this. Let's try to head back closer to town without getting murdered. I should probably throw my shield on against the casters, and then that way I could at least shield bash them. That would be smart. And these guys are still out here causing problems. Look at these two. They're still out here. Oh, do you get sent back out to get heads? Oh, that's what they're doing. I should have stayed up group with them. You get sent back out to collect Murloc heads. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're still at it. Oh, we about to get ganked. Oh yeah, come save me! Come save me! There's an evil Forsaken trying to murder me. It's some kind of mage. Oh, we got the guards on him and everything. How do you like me now? You attacked me so close to town. Level 34. Where are you at? Where are you at? Oh, you're done. You are done, boy. You're done. You're done. You're dead. You're dead. Ha! Eat it. That's what you get. Attack me this close to the town, you idiot. Alright, we're fine. This is why I can't PvP.
Hey there. Be careful.
Mr. Santa, good luck with those Saturday night human interactions, buddy. I appreciate you hanging out for a bit. Good luck out there. We'll see you next time. Now we have to be on the lookout, because for sure that mage is going to want to get revenge. Being near other people is probably going to help. But yeah, we got to keep our eyes open. We aggroed this one. Let's pull them out a little bit from that group. There we go. That's perfect. Alright, we're in a big group. That's probably safest. It's probably safest just to be in a big group. We're all looking for Murloc heads, so we're gonna have to kill a lot of Murlocs. So we don't share the drops, so. But this way, if we kind of stick together, we can probably take on some of the bigger camps. See, I wouldn't even bother going into the water for these guys. Like, I feel like we'd be better off just tackling the camps. What do we got? We got a priest, a warrior, a rogue. We got 2 warriors. Like, yeah, we should just be going in on the camps. Well, now I'm not so sure. Like, I need more commitment from my team because I don't want to get lit up by all the oracles. Maybe this would be a good time for me to put on the shield. To get interrupt on my bar. Let's interrupt the heal if we can. This may have been like perhaps too many. And they seem to have run out of mana. So that's good. This isn't going really well. The runners keep pulling more ads. The ads are generally healers. Okay. We got damage going out in all kinds of different directions. This warrior is about to bite it. So that's not great. Shit. I should probably taunt. I could taunt one of them. Okay, we lost a couple people. We're in not such a good situation at the moment. Yeah, I don't know how this ends for us. Let's pop a potion. This is not. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. I'm gonna go back to. Oh shit, that didn't help. Now, I wanted to go back to dual wielding, but what I did was I just equipped the other axe, so now we're still not dual wielding. Let's interrupt that. Can I go back to dual wielding? So I do need to kill these guys. Killing them is really all. Oh no, not the heal. I should have kept the shield on. Okay, he healed the other guy, so that's okay. That's fine. Okay. I think we're gonna be okay. Admiral's Arms, thank you so much for the membership, man. Welcome. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here. Look, we lived, guys. It was really ugly, and it was going on for a long time. And that's the best thing about it, is that went on for a while. But we came out alive. Now the other 2 dudes, they died. So, sucks for them, I guess. And we still got it. We still got one up. I'm just ignoring him. I'm done. Fight over. Alright, on to the next village. I say we just keep clearing the villages out. I'm gonna have to get myself some more potions. Like, potions are really the only reason that we can survive stuff like that. And we only have 2 left. So we're gonna have to buy some off the auction house. I'm sure they're incredibly expensive. Oh no, full heal, full heal, okay. Oh no, 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 oh no. Oh, don't run away, don't run away. This is not a running type of situation, this is a fight. Oh guys. My group ran away. Why did they run? Like, look, this is a fight type of situation. This is not a runaway type of situation. There's only 4 of them. Admiral's Arms, I really appreciate the membership and the $5 super chat, man. Very generous of you. A random person gave you 4 16-slot bags and 100 gold? Holy cow. That's awesome. I wish someone would walk up to me and hand me 100 gold. I did get some bags on one of my characters and a little bit of gold, which I really appreciate. 100 gold is a lot of gold. Like, I think just now, like, yeah, on the server total, I've been doing a lot of stuff on the auction house, and I just have now, like, 108 gold. That's awesome. Alex, we did have some PvP, like 10 minutes ago. A mage tried to jump me when I was, like, right near South Shore, and it pulled the guards, and a bunch of other players jumped on him. Then we dove back in, and, like, we got the finishing blow. Killed that sucker. It was like a level 32 Forsaken Mage. So yeah, we've had a little bit of PvP action. We've had, you know, pulling big pulls. It's been fun. These are some of the most enjoyable parts, like, of Classic, or they can be. It's just when you group up with people and you go pull, like, just big pulls. 5 or 6 mobs, 7 mobs, and you just, like, deal with it. Also, grouping up out here is safer because somewhere out here there's a Forsaken Mage. Probably waiting to pick one of us off. Why is this person not in our group? Oh, this is gonna get fun. This is gonna get really fun. All right, that was a really smart fear because we pulled everything, so now it's time to fear. 4 random strangers murdering a bunch of fish. That's what life is all about. All right, so far we're doing pretty good at spreading damage around to, like, different people, so, like, no one is really in danger of dying yet. I'm gonna try to hold on to my potions. We do have a priest in the group, so, like, heals are going out, which is awesome to see. As long as heals are going out, like, we can pull whatever. We need to take this group, like, right into, like, a BFD. Or wait, what level are we? We're level 30. Man, we need to take this group, like, somewhere. What can we do at level 31? We could do, like, a Scarlet Monastery Library at, like, level 31. Like, we already have the group for it. I have more Murloc heads than anybody else, which is awesome. Luck has been with me. Yeah, Razorfen Crawl, but it's far away. I think our best bet would be like Scarlet Monastery Graveyard Library. That would be cool. Doubt it's gonna happen, but... We don't have the priest here with us, I don't think. I need a better weapon. I need a better weapon, and I think I need to go back to being a two-handed weapon. Maybe I can stay Fury. We just equip a two-handed weapon. Like maybe I don't necessarily have to respec. I'm just not digging the two little weapons. Buffalo Bill, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Weapons too small? Not manly enough. Yeah, exactly. No, I just like the big crits. I like the big crits you can get with a two-handed weapon. We don't seem to get as many crits with one-handers. I feel like we should wait for the rest of the group. Yeah, I feel like we probably should have waited. I also feel like the weapons I have just kind of suck. Level 29, they're level 29 greens, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have a single blue weapon, so my weapons are just kind of bad. I'm just not happy with my weapons in general. I should be doing much more damage. It must be on free-for-all. Do we have loot set to free-for-all? Is that why I collected so many heads so quickly? I was looting everything I saw. Have I finished the War Within campaign yet? I finished the campaign in the 4 zones. I haven't done the 5 chapters that happen after that. I'm hoping to record that stuff tomorrow. Yeah, but no, I just haven't, like... If I'm being, like, completely honest, like, I haven't really felt like I even wanted to, I haven't felt the desire to jump back into War Within. Strength and Spirit? Damn, I'm gonna roll on this. We did not win it. The other warrior won it, but man, that's really good. Really good bind on equipped green, all that strength on it. It's a shame. Yeah, like, I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna read all the quests and stuff and get all that stuff recorded in time, but I haven't really felt the desire to jump back in. I just, like, I knew like days and days and days ago, like, as I was playing through the campaign stories, like, I had come to the realization that they're not making the game for me anymore. Like, the story's not for me, the characters aren't for me, like, they're making it for somebody. But I realized that, like, I'm not the audience for their storytelling or for their character building, so, like, I haven't been, like, super excited to finish off the campaign. It doesn't, you know, it's not like I'm, like, just thinking about what's gonna happen next or anything. Yeah, it's just... And I think, like, the thing about modern WoW for me is, like, the things that are fun are really fun. But there's so much in the game that I don't really like. Like, I love Mythic Plus. I really wish they would just get it to a point where I make a pre-made character and I sit at the character select and I queue up for Mythic Plus runs. Like, because that's really all I want to do in the game. I just want to do the Mythic Plus. Like, I don't want to worry about having to do really anything else. That's the content that I find fun. But like around that content, there are so many other things that I don't find enjoyable. And unfortunately, one of those things has become the main story questing. Like, I just don't find the story like super interesting. I don't really feel a connection to any of the characters. I don't even really like any of the characters. I feel like the characters just like, they complain too much. It feels like everything they do is just like them kind of being whiny. And like that's like what pushes the whole story forward, is like characters whining about like what they don't want to do or what they have to do, or whining about what they can't do. And I just don't really like any of the characters that we're traveling with. I liked Magni's story. Magni's story, the end of his story in the Ringing Deeps was good. I think Magni is like the only character that I kind of sort of like. And it was good to see his character progress a little bit. Moira is probably second on my list of characters that I like at all, and then every other character is just bad. I just don't care about any of the other characters. So yeah, eventually I will go back and I will finish all the things, I'm sure. But I'm just not like super excited to do that right now. This seems like a big L. This was a big L. Yeah, that was that was bad, really bad. I don't think we had the group together for that one. I think some people had peeled off. What am I at here? 6 out of 10. So we're close. Yeah, Classic Era is still pretty busy if you're on the right server. Like you really have to play on Whitemane if you're in the US, or if you're in the EU, you can play on Firemaw. It's like if you got to play in one of those places though. And then like realistically, it feels like if you want to do like low-level dungeons, you really got to get into like one of the bigger guilds. Just like a guild that's like full of actively leveling people, because the bad thing about these old servers is that LFG is full of people selling boosts and people doing GDKP runs, and that's basically like all of LFG. It's 89% of LFG. So like really, if you want to do dungeons while you level up, it seems like your only bet is to join a leveling guild. The bigger the better, the more people online the better. We have a 5-man. We got one guy who's DC'd, but yeah. I was talking about how this group should like go into some dungeon content after this, but it probably won't happen. Okay, we got just healers back here, like healing. This is so bad. We're getting pummeled again already. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try to leash some of these guys. I don't think it's gonna happen, but we gotta heal. We gotta heal. This just seems bad. Maybe this group should not go into dungeon content. maybe we should just learn to play. Oh my gosh. Oh no. That's my last potion. We have burned all of our potions. And I'm sure they're very expensive on the auction house. Okay. We got 7 out of 10. Our supplies are low. We should probably do a better job of just like sticking together. Dang, we are getting a lot of greens though, that both me and this other warrior, he's gonna win this one too. Oh my god. Come on, everybody get your rolls in. Those are probably worth like, okay, we got them. I'm gonna equip these. They'd probably sell for like 10 or 20 gold on the auction house. Cause that's a really good bind on equip. Like of the bear stuff sells for so much. It's always really expensive. But I need to equip it because like along with things being expensive, it means we can't afford any gear off the auction house. We should take this group somewhere where like blues and epics drop. We should be grinding on mobs that have the chance to drop like a blue or an epic. That'd be a good idea. What do I think about flying mounts? We talked a lot about flying mounts the other day. I think that like in an RPG, in any kind of RPG, like flying should happen, but flying should only happen once a person has like cleared the content. The example I give is like when I got into RPGs, I got into RPGs playing Final Fantasy games. And in Final Fantasy, like somewhere in the end game, you basically always got an airship. You knew that you were going to meet a character named Sid and you were going to get an airship eventually. And by end game, you'd have an airship. But it always happened like later in the game. It always happened after you'd spent a lot of time on foot in the world. And the airship was like for two purposes. The airship allowed you to go back to areas you'd already been and like explore them more quickly or travel more quickly. And there was always some areas that you had to have the airship to get to that were like end game areas that were sometimes they were optional. And so I feel like an RPG should have flying in it. I just feel like flying should be something that you get to in the end game. It should be like a reward for the time you put in leveling. And it should be something that happens after you've already like trotted around in the world, grown attached to the world, had to travel through the world. That's when you should get flying. And that's how WoW was for a while. Like when flying was first introduced for Outland, like you didn't get flying right away. Like you had to reach a certain level, then you got flying. I feel like Wrath was that way too the first time around. Where you had to reach a certain point and then you could unlock cold weather flying. But yeah, I feel like the worst thing an RPG can do is to let people fly like in the early game. Because what happens is if you're a new player and you fly in the early game, you don't grow any attachment to the world at all. You don't care about the world, you don't know the world, you don't form any memories in the world. Like nothing dynamic happens to you because you're just jumping from one zone, one area to the next, fulfilling quests. And that's what I feel. I guess that's the long and short of how I feel about flying. It should be something you earn with time invested in the game. It shouldn't be given to you at a low level, and it's one of the things that makes the game like. I feel like people don't like if you're a new player in 2024 and you go play Modern WoW, the only time you ever walk around is Exile's Reach. Like Exile's Reach is it. You walk around in Exile's Reach, and then the rest of the game you fly. And that's like, a new player is never going to feel any attachment to the world. They're never going to feel any attachment to the stories. Like, they're not going to care. Amy, you've given up the living room to our spawn. I mean, that feels like the same thing happens every day. And as soon as he gets on the Xbox, he doesn't get off of it. And then, like, in a game where you fly around, nothing like this could ever happen. you're never gonna see other players long enough to care about grouping with them because you're so quickly moving about the map. So like flying like completely eliminates anything dynamic from ever happening in the world. It stops you from having any kind of actual experiences in the game world. Oh my god. What is up with all the gear? We don't need this one, but that's still a really good piece. This sucker has 11 stamina on it. Wow. We've been seeing a lot of good greens dropping off of this. It would be really fun just to group farm in somewhere like Ungoro Crater or somewhere where I know like some epics can drop. It'd be fun just to get a 5-man group and just go like kill mobs. Just kill tons and tons and tons of mobs and see what we can get to drop. Yeah, exactly. In BC and Wrath, the first time through, you were on foot most of the time, right? That's what I'm saying. Is like, yeah, you should get flying eventually after you've seen all the content. Like, it should be something that you have to work towards, and it should be something that you get later on. I mean, we are done with this quest. It has been a lot of fun killing Murlocs with these guys. But we're gonna help them kill a few more and then we're gonna move on. We could stick till everybody has the quest complete, like I don't really mind. Maybe some more greens drop. Yeah, maybe we'll just stick it out. I feel like the experience is okay, like we're getting okay experience. You know, for being in a 5-person group or 4-person group killing regular mobs, it's pretty good. You're amazed that guild halls or player housing still haven't made it into WoW? Yeah. I mean, you know, they'd have to put a lot of effort in to make those things work. What surprises me is, like, they could probably highly monetize it. So yeah, like, if they put it in the game, they could probably highly monetize it. Just, like, sell people pieces of furniture for their house on the in-game shop. It could make them, like, tons and tons of money. But, you know, they'd have to figure out how to do it and do it well. And I think that's where the struggle is. Like, how are they going to do it and do it well? They don't know. Because I think if they knew, they'd probably already be making money off of it. I'm sure it won't be too long before you see, like, new backgrounds on the in-game shop for your warband camp. You know how you got your warband, they're chilling at camp right now. I'm sure it won't be too long before you have, like, new backgrounds up on the in-game cash shop. That you can buy, like, 15 bucks gets you a Stormwind City background. Something like that. like a Stormwind City apartment. So it's like your characters, and you're in like a little apartment room in a tower in Stormwind with a view that looks out over the trade district. Eventually they'll be charging for that. That'll be your in-game housing. Your in-game housing is going to be your warband character screen. It's where your characters hang out. It's where you can place like cosmetic stuff, and then you gotta go to the in-game cash shop to buy the backgrounds. Johnny, good afternoon, man. Did I transfer this tune? Yes, this tune I transferred from Defias Pillager. This was a hardcore character that we played like 6 or 7 months ago, I think. And they were level 30. I tried to take my Deviant Delight level 30 warrior, but there are no longer transfers happening from Deviant Delight to other servers. Blizzard seems to have decided to trap everybody on Deviant Delight who decided to roll there. So instead I went and I grabbed this character and sent them over to Whitemane. I needed a warrior to play. I would have liked to have my human from Deviant Delight, because I kind of prefer the human warrior, but this is what I could do. Yeah, it acts like there's still transfers. Like, you can go to the shop on Deviant Delight and you can select free character transfer. And then you can pick your character, and then when you go to select an Outrealm, though, there's no list of Outrealms. So you can get almost through. I got excited. You can get almost through the process, and then you just can't. And I think that's hilarious. I think it's hilarious that Blizzard saw a dead server. They let everybody transfer off of it, and everybody did. And the community wanted to be contrary. The community said, we're going to do a fresh start here. We'll show Blizzard. We'll save this server. And then a bunch of people put in a bunch of time on a bunch of characters. And then Blizzard flipped the switch and trapped those characters there. I think that's actually hilarious. That's how the Sod Lone Wolf transfer state is. You can get partially through the process, but it doesn't let you select the out server. Yeah, it's so weird. It's like you can almost do it, like taunts you. You can almost do it. It's like type in the server name and you do that and nothing happens. And there's no drop down menu. It's really hilarious. I feel like we keep pulling new people into the group. Like, how long do I stay? I want to help these guys out, but I think they're trying to pull new people in. I'm gonna drop so they can pull new people in. There we go. I'm gonna excuse myself so they can put new people in the group who actually need the quest. But that was a lot of fun. That was actually a ton of fun. That's like one of the best things that can happen in Classic Era that doesn't really happen in any other version of the game. Is you can just find yourself in a party of 4 or 5 people just mowing through Murloc villages. And it's like, you know, when you put all the classes together like that, you really see like how formidable like a group can be against the overworld, where like 1 player or 2 players would struggle. You get 4 people together and they're like complementing classes, and then you can just crush entire villages. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, Lone Wolf was a little bit of a different PvP situation just because it was like because it was so faction balanced. And the other thing to keep in mind is like a lot of what made Lone Wolf really hard, especially in phase 1, was like just getting to the raid. I remember hating it and just like getting to the raid. You know, but that was like, yeah, that was a problem. I think Whitemane is like alliance heavy though, isn't it? I don't know. I feel like Whitemane is more alliance heavy, like more unbalanced, and I feel like Lone Wolf was like a kind of a split. Yeah, unfortunately, for better or worse, the populated servers in Classic are always going to be PvP servers. That just seems the way of things.
Can I help you? Have a good one. See you around. Greetings. For the Alliance. See you later. Hey there. Be careful. Can I help you? Have a good one.
I guess we can kill we could probably go after the Naga. And then we should make sure we pick up the Soothing Turtle Bisque. It must be back in the inn. Yeah, I felt that way for a while, Alex. Without hardcore, you can't get into it. Yeah, like I felt that way initially, and then I stopped feeling that way. Yep, and then I just became happy that I'm playing Classic Era. Yeah, it took a little while. It took actually, you know what finally broke me of giving a shit whether it was hardcore or not was playing on Deviant Delight. Like, I played enough of the Deviant Delight Fresh Start to realize that I just really love Classic Era. And then I didn't need to be on hardcore to get immersed in it. I didn't need to be on hardcore to play carefully or play the way I want. I didn't need to be on hardcore to have fun. But it took playing on Deviant Delight for a while, like in a non-hard, it was like a detox. It's literally almost like I had to go through like a Classic Era hardcore detox, where like I had to play Classic Era not on hardcore, and I had to keep doing that until like I just got over it. And it's like, it's a big relief when you no longer feel that way. That's like the best way I could describe it. It was literally a detox period. playing on deviant delay had the reverse effect on you. You didn't play enough. Yeah, you didn't play enough. It's okay. Like, yeah, hardcore is something special. I'm glad to have moved on from hardcore. Like, what I enjoy now is just knowing that all of my characters can continue to have adventures, no matter what happens. I can continue to get up to hijinks. I can pull groups of 3 and 4 and 5 and just like test my luck, and I can push my character like to the limit when I want to, when I think it's fun, and I don't have to worry about like dying and going again. I think I did enough. It was a combination of things, but ultimately, like, and then I think that the important thing is I just realized, like, I enjoy Classic Era more than any other era. And so, like, for me, I just want to play Classic Era. I'm happy to be somewhere where the population is at least busy. Where I can party up with people in the open world that are doing the same quest that I'm doing sometimes. Like, it's just been good for me. I need to get some food. In fact, let's just go do that. We're like 50 yards from the inn. Let's just go back and buy a stack of food. Clearly these guys are a little bit tougher, and we're gonna need it. Am I trying to go for the whirlwind axe? Probably not. Nah, I never do. I should, because stuff's really expensive on the auction house, and the chances of me buying a good weapon are very slim. So I probably should try, but I probably won't. We're just playing this character today. I don't know what my long-term plans are for this character. I have a few characters on this server now that I'm like invested in. Today I just had the urge to play a warrior, and I didn't want to do like a fresh start warrior. So here we are. The only real long-term plan I have is to keep playing Classic Era. That's my long-term plan. And to do that here on the Whitemane server. I guess that's it. It's a twofold plan. Part number 1 of the plan, keep playing Classic Era. Part number 2 of the plan, just stay here on the Whitemane server cluster. I don't know if that food's gonna be like really great for us. It seems kind of mediocre.
Safe travels.
I should probably be checking the auction house prices of like some of the stuff I'm vendoring. Like, I don't know about like shiny fish scales, if people need those. I should probably be checking some auction house prices. Yeah, the scales are reagents for something. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's water walking or water breathing, or maybe it's breathing potions. But somebody needs them. And if somebody needs them, I should probably be selling them. And not to the vendor. The Alliance don't have Shaman though. That's fair. We're vendoring it then. Yep. No one needs it. We'll just vendor it. Annie, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. I don't like all of the two pulls that I'm seeing. I don't know how we would stand up against two casters at the same time. It seems a little bit dangerous. Let's see. Maybe we might be able to pull one by themselves. Maybe if I shoot it and run away. Okay, well, we're gonna find out. No, the answer is no. We cannot pull one away from the other. They are definitely way too close. Can we handle two casters? It's gonna come down to how many misses we have and how many crits we have. Okay, so far we're doing okay. I have a fear I could interrupt casting once with the fear, but then she'll probably run over here and aggro these two, and then we're kind of screwed. Yeah, this is gonna be close. Okay, we did it. 230 HP left. I feel like if we were arms build and we had like a decent weapon, we could have made short work of those guys. we have a lot of skills available. Heroic Strike is the most important one. Execute rank 2, that's really important. Battle, yeah, we should probably think about going to train. Maybe we just jump a flight back to Ironforge really quick. That's relatively close. And then I think we can come back out, we can do the Soothing Turtle Bisque.
Light be with you. Farewell.
And I'm gonna go AFK while in flight. I will be back. Alright, let's go train.
Pleased to meet you.
Are we going to be broke after this? Yes. Yes, we are. As a matter of fact, I have to be careful of what I learn here because we're not going to have enough money to learn all this stuff. Heroic Strike, yes. Battle Shout, yes. Execute, yes. I think I'm going to wait on basically everything else. This character is super broke. Yeah, like that's not great. I wonder how much gold I have like laying around still on Defias Pillager. And if I could consolidate some of that onto another character and bring it over. Cause I am broke like a joke and it does not feel good. I need to be making money on this server, not being broke.
Off and away.
Yeah, that's not awesome. That is not very cool. Let me check a few things. Let me check a few things. How much money do you have? New name. Do you have any gold? You have 22 gold. Okay. That's great. I should probably try to consolidate most of my gold. I think I'm going to send this gold. I guess it really doesn't matter. Okay, so this character has 22 gold. This character also came over from Defias Pillager. Pretty sure this was a hardcore paladin that we had at one point. So they have some money. That's awesome. They have a bind on equip, two-handed mace in their inventory. It looks like they were just waiting. Ooh, you know what? This weapon might make some money. Like on this server, a bind on equip mace with 10 strength, 10 stamina, level 23. Like that could potentially make some money. We're gonna go investigate the auction house. Like maybe we can sell this for like 20 gold, 30 gold. If we're like super lucky. We have some ore here. It looks like this character was a blacksmith. Oh my god. 98 out of 150. Yeah, that's not going too well. It looks like we were giving it a shot. We got 4 silver. We could put these silver bars up. Those might sell. Well, that was convenient timing. Elgin, good afternoon, and welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. So here's what I'm going to do. If I can sell this mace for 50 gold or more, I'm going to sell it. If I can't sell it for at least 50 gold, I'm going to hold on to it. And then in that case, somebody will equip this, because this is a very good weapon. It's especially a good weapon if you can equip it right at level 23. And we have a couple of paladins here now on the cusp of level 23, so if I can't make a decent amount of money off of it, we're going to keep it. Okay. We could potentially make maybe even up to 60 gold. What do you guys think? Is it worth it to sell this for 60 gold? Or should I just hang on to it and possibly use it? This paladin is level 22. We have our other human paladin who's level 21. And so we have a couple of characters that could equip this and really benefit from it for a while. Like if I were to equip this at level 23, I could use this probably until like level 33. Sell it? Yeah. I mean, I probably should just sell it. But like, what am I gonna get with the money? That's the question. Like, what am I... Even if I sell it for like 60 gold, let's say if I was in the market for a two-handed weapon for my warrior, like, could I even afford anything if I was looking for like a two-handed weapon for my warrior? Like if I wanted to trade up. Nothing for axes. Maybe we need to go to like 25. Blood Spiller's 27. Like that ooh. I mean, this seems really cheap. I feel like this might be a good two-handed weapon for the warrior. I might just grab that to have it. 87 top end, 26.7, 66 top end, 22.9 with... I think I'm just buying this now because this is too cheap. Like, I'm grabbing this. I'm gonna grab it. That's way too cheap for that weapon. That's just another thing entirely. But yeah, that was I could probably resell that for 30 gold, you know. I think I probably will try to just resell that for like, even if I put it up for 25 gold, I bet it'll sell. I'm gonna put it up for 30 gold. All right. Where's the mailbox? Oh god, do they not have a mailbox? They don't have a mailbox by their auction house? Oh my god. What? Why? Do I want to sell this one though? I don't know. I think I'm gonna sell the one I just bought. Like for sure, put that one back up. Put it up for like 30 gold. But then maybe I'll hold on to this other one. Or I could send the one we just got over to the warrior. But I feel like the gold would be more valuable. Ultimately. If we can sell it at 29, we make a 19 gold profit. If we can't sell it, then eventually somebody can equip it. Either way, I feel like that's a win. I think I'm gonna hang on to this one for a little bit. I'm very on the edge because like I'm gonna play one of these paladins. You know, I got 2 paladins here now, and like eventually I'm gonna play the paladin. This paladin is kind of appealing. This paladin has blacksmithing and mining that seem to be... this seems like a maybe a decent level for a level 22. Is this good for level 22? I remember in phase 1 of Sod, the goal for level 25 was to have these both at like 150. So level 22, this actually feels not bad. But yeah. And then... on our other paladin, we just have, we have skinning. Alright, anyway. That's what we're gonna do for now. Let's, ooh. I want to jump over to, the hard... I want to get the rest of my characters off the hardcore realm. Like, I want to bring them over and, like, whatever resources they have, I want to bring them all over. Especially, like, I want to grab my bank alt. I gotta check her mail, make sure we don't have any mail. Okay, mail is empty. I think I'm gonna grab all these characters and send them over to Whitemane.
What can I do for you?
She has nothing. Not much of a bank alt. Not much of a bank alt. So yeah, she's good. We have this level 42 hunter. 42, you don't have any mail either. I think like any mail that I would have had would probably have been expired anyway.
Need help?
They've got some stuff in the bank. Nothing like super awesome.
Be careful.
And that should be good. I don't think anybody else has anything else that I would ever need. Oh, did that not work? Let's try that one more time. Oh, I have guild leadership. I have guild leadership. Okay, I didn't realize that. Let me go ahead and take care of that. Let's see. Yeah, I'd say we can go ahead and disband. I think that's fine. Yep. There we go. Okay. Cool, cool, cool.
No. See you soon. Well met.
The flight master does not want to talk to me. And I don't know why. Okay, he'll talk to me. That's good. Oh, let's try again.
What's on your mind?
There we go.
Safe.
Module Cell, thank you so much, man, for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. Thanks for being here. An itemized list of the add-ons that I'm using. So, like, the biggest add-ons that I'm using, obviously I'm using Questy. Questy is giving us our quest objectives and our better-looking quest log. Besides that, we're using Bagnon. Bagnon we're using for the combined storage for, like, and then we're using Leatrix. Leatrix automatically vendors our junk, and it also automatically repairs us whenever we're at a person that can repair. Besides that, we're using Dialogue UI. That's what changes the quest text boxes. So basically, Questy, Dialogue UI, Leatrix Plus, and Bagnon. Those are the biggest ones. That's basically the important ones. I have LFG Bulletin Board, but I'm not really using that right now. It kind of takes what it sees in the channels and kind of like puts it into a sorted list. And that's about it. I don't run with like too many add-ons. It'll be nice to have my bank alt here. That way I can just send everything to the bank alt. And then once a day I can log in, put stuff up on the auction house, and I can handle all that stuff from the bank alt. This starving mountain lion, I don't think they're supposed to be in the water. I've never seen one of these guys go into the water like that. That's a little weird. Carnifexia, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Is this a new tune? No, this is an old tune. This is a level 32 character. This was one of our hardcore characters over on Defias Pillagers, and I transferred them over to Whitemane. I just got done transferring like all my characters from Defias Pillager over to Whitemane. Did I update my action bar after getting new abilities? No, when they're abilities and not spells, you don't have to. So when you have spell ranks, you have to update them, but if they're physical abilities, they automatically update on the hotbar. Like see, Rend rank 4, Rend rank 4, Heroic Strike 5, Heroic Strike 5. Yeah, abilities that are physical abilities automatically update. Spells that use mana have to be dragged out manually. We're starting to get a little bit of heavy leather on this character. I wonder how much that sells for. Martin, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. How am I enjoying Classic versus The War Within? Well, I mean, The War Within just came out, and I'm playing Classic. So, yeah, it's fair to say, like, I enjoy streaming Classic much, much more than I enjoy streaming Retail WoW. Like, basically the only thing that I really enjoy about retail WoW, apparently, is Mythic Plus. That's apparently really the only system, the only, like, gameplay system, gameplay mode that I enjoy about retail. Basically everything else, from the story to the daily grind to the weekly treadmills of activities, like, none of that stuff is really for me, it seems. But it's unfortunately the game isn't really structured in a way that makes it easy to do Mythic Plus, like, in isolation. Like, you can once you get geared to that point, but yeah. I'm gonna keep doing the questing in the recorded series, but besides finishing all the quests, reading all the quests, and I don't really have a lot of desire to play War Within. Yep, it's become a game made for other people. It's not really a game where I'm no longer the target audience of the game. Card effects hit, you delete your WoW characters when you get bored of them? Oh man. Like, I don't delete them. Cause like, cause eventually you come back around. That's crazy. You should just leave them alone. Why are you deleting those characters? You leave those characters alone. They're not hurting anybody in your character list. Yeah, I never really delete my characters. The War Within is just more of the same. Now it's underground instead of on the Dragon Isles. Yeah, basically. It is exactly more of the same. It's more of the same and it's refined. So it's like they obviously they're not taking any chances. Not taking any big risk with the expansion. It's more of Dragonflight, but it's refined. It's refined, purified Dragonflight gameplay. It's very bland. Yeah, it's blah. It's bland. It's blah. Blah is a good word for it too. Yeah, it's just. I don't enjoy the endgame systems. I don't enjoy like feeling like I'm on this daily activity grind or even like a weekly activity grind bothers me. I just don't enjoy it. It's not fun gameplay to me. The story is very mid. And I don't like any of the characters. I just really don't like the characters. So like even trying to just enjoy the main story questing is a challenge. Because again, like most of the rest of the game, the story feels like a piece of the game that's just not made for me anymore. And so that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Classic Era. That is what I plan to do. They killed Khadgar. Khadgar's not totally dead. Yeah, like they melted Khadgar into the void, but like we didn't see a body. You know what I mean? Like when you don't see a body, they're not dead. I don't like how they wrote Khadgar out. Because I thought Khadgar was going to be in Dragonflight, and he had 5 minutes in Dragonflight, and then I thought Khadgar was going to be in the War Within, and then they wrote him out immediately. Like, the thing about it is, the current WoW team, I don't think they want to handle, like, old established characters. They seem reluctant to try to handle, like, old established characters and do anything interesting with them. Like, think about how Karn sat on his butt in Oribos all of Shadowlands, and he didn't do anything. Think about how, like, even though Draka was in Shadowlands and Thrall was in Shadowlands, like, they didn't really do a lot with Draka and Thrall. Like, they just seem unable or unwilling to do anything with these established characters. So, like, writing them out or killing them off is really the only thing the current WoW team can do. That way, they don't have to deal with a Khadgar or with an Illidan or with a Thrall, or they just write them out. And then they don't have to worry about, like, when they try to write through those characters and it's not good and the fan base gets pissed off. If they just get rid of all the existing characters or write them off of the scene, then they can focus on their characters and their writing, and they don't have to worry about it. And it seems like that's more and more like what they try to do. Thoughts on Xalatath? I mean, Xalatath is a better villain than the Jailer. I don't really like her. She's just another generic, cheesy, evil villain. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they had an opportunity with Xalatath to make her a little bit deeper than that, and maybe they will. You know, I guess it's still early in the World Soul saga, but right now she's just an evil villain who's doing bad guy things, like very generic Saturday morning cartoon bad guy motivations. Like, she's better than the Jailer. That's really all I can say. The good thing is, like, she's been in the game a little while, but not for too long, so she has a little bit of a history in game. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. I don't really like her. Better than the Jailer's not saying much. Yeah, I'm not saying much. Yeah, because like, I don't think she's a great villain. I think that, like, I don't know if they know how to have, like, actually good villains. She was the trapped in the Shadow Priest dagger in Legion, and then in BFA we gave her own body or something. I need Soothing Turtle Bisque, and I don't know if I can buy it anywhere here or not, because I don't know if there's a cooking vendor here.
Hey there.
Or what do I need? I need mild spices? Soothing spices. I need soothing spice. I don't think I can get it here.
Safe travels.
She made an appearance in Sod. Yeah, okay. Right. Yeah, I heard about that. It's true. She did make an appearance in Sod. For whatever that counts for, I guess. Yeah, I just don't find the storytelling very interesting. I don't find any of the characters, like, really compelling. Did I just sell my turtle meat? Oh no, I didn't. I did. We bought it back.
See you later.
Yeah, and I don't think it's gonna change.
What can I do for you?
And that's the other thing, is I don't think it's gonna change anytime soon. I really don't think it's ever going to change. Like, they're focusing less and less on the story as the game grows, and, like, there's just less and less focus on the story anyway. Yeah, it's safe, predictable storytelling. Like, almost nothing of note happens. Like, there's no real big moments. There's nothing really at risk. Nothing edgy happens. Like, nothing unexpected happens. Everything that happens, you basically could guess that was going to happen. Like, there was never a cutscene where something, like, truly surprised me. So yeah, it just is what it is. It's just mid-storytelling and mid-writing. Like, none of it's great. So yeah, what should we do here to get the soothing? It's crappy because, like, on the Horde side, I feel like on the Horde side, you just go to the vendor and you buy the soothing spice. On the Alliance side, you don't have that option. So I guess if we want to turn this in, we have to travel somewhere else. Where would we travel that has this? Apparently there's a vendor in the mountains here that has it. I don't think we're getting there. Arathi Highlands. Again, for some reason, the Horde can access this item really easily. But apparently on the Alliance side, we are shit out of luck. I don't really understand that, or like why that's the case. We can go back to Menethil Harbor. Like Menethil Harbor seems to be the closest place we can actually get this item. So, you know, just a 4-minute ride. No big deal. Besides that, I think we're done here for now. I think we're done here for now.
Need help?
Someone whispered me asking me if I want to tank Nomergon. Oh my god, do I not want to do that right now. Nomergon is about the only dungeon I would say no to. That's the sad thing. It's like, I would probably say yes to any other dungeon. But not Nomergon. Not 3 hours into the stream. I can't do it. Yeah, I don't want to do Nomer. Maybe I probably if they got me, if they whispered me like an hour into the stream and not 3 hours into the stream, then maybe I'd have done it. But Nomergon's like a 2-hour run, so I just don't feel like it. Do I enjoy playing Classic more than yes? Overall, I have a better time playing Classic than I do playing War Within. Like, but then again, I'm 40 years old. I'm 40 years old. I've been playing WoW since it came out. I like my game to feel like more of an RPG, and retail WoW is really like more of an action game these days with like class skins. So it's really not surprising that I would have more fun playing Classic. You know, I don't think anybody's like really surprised like to find me back in Classic after the War Within comes out. Like, are any of you guys really shocked that this is what we're doing? Because I feel like it's pretty expected of me. I always have hope that there will be something different about retail that'll kind of pull me back in on a more permanent basis, but ultimately it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I just don't get immersed in any of it. There's too much stuff going on and too many systems and systems and systems. And there's not enough world. There's not enough world exploration. There's not enough of me like being in the world, doing stuff, getting immersed in the zones. Like there's not enough actual like RPG gameplay for me to like really stick in an expansion and really give a shit about it. Because I want to have like the RPG elements of actually being a character in a world that feels like a world and not just a series of like gameplay mechanics that I have to get through. Alright, who are we getting this from? There's a vendor somewhere. It's probably the tradesman. It's probably the tradesman.
I'm the finest wares in
Oh my god, we found it.
Watch your back.
Can I help you? Be careful.
And unfortunately, I feel like because of how far retail WoW has come from its roots and like how it's abandoned like any sense of being a role-playing game anymore, I feel like over time WoW is just gonna have less and less players playing it, because eventually it's gonna become impossible to pull in new players and to actually keep the new players. Because like what keeps players a lot of the times, like what keeps a player is like their attachment to the game world and their attachment to their character. And like if you don't have an attachment to the game world and if you don't have an attachment to your character, then that's just another game that you're eventually going to drop and you're going to go play something else. Like it's no longer a game that's going to like pull people in and make them like lifelong players of WoW. I feel like a new player coming in today, like they might find some things they like maybe they like Mythic Plus. Maybe for whatever reason they like PvP. So like a new player could get through the garbage of leveling. They could get through the garbage of leveling and they could find an activity that they like. Whether it's 5-mans or raids or PvP. But they're not going to have like a big attachment to their character. They're going to have basically zero attachment to the game world or anything in it. They're going to have zero attachment to the lore or the characters or the story. and eventually they're just going to drop the game for something else. And I feel like that's the kind of player that the game is able to pull in these days. Because without it being an RPG, it kind of loses its ability to like capture someone's imagination and keep them wanting to come back to the world. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Did I play Lord of the Rings last night? I got it installed. I didn't have enough time with it. I got a character into Lord of the Rings, and I moved them around a little bit. I did a couple of combats, but I didn't spend enough time with it to decide to stream it today. I think I need to spend a little bit more time with it before I make up my mind on it. It's gonna take some more time. Yeah, Lord of the Rings Online. Am I not doing any more Mythic Plus? I think I will still do Mythic Plus. It's the only thing in the game that I enjoy, and so like whatever I do in retail from now on is gonna be in a recorded series. That's what the most important thing to me is, like, even if I push Mythic Plus this season, it's going to be in a recorded series. That way I can edit a few runs together. I can do like a 3-run episode. I can edit some stuff together, and I don't want to stream retail anymore. I don't enjoy it. I don't have a good time when I stream retail. I don't have a chill time when I stream retail. And like honestly, when I stream retail, it pulls like idiots out of the woodwork basically. And that's not really the audience that I want to cultivate.
Have a good one. Safe travels.
So, yeah. Yeah, I will say I turned Lord of the Rings Online on, and yeah, it's an older game. The crazy thing is like how much better WoW looks compared to a game like Lord of the Rings Online that came out like quite a few years after WoW. Like what's amazing to me is just how much better WoW looks, how much better WoW feels, like the controls, like it's kind of crazy. Well, classic WoW sets a really high bar. For like any other classic MMORPG, it sets a really high bar. Like I even got onto Star Wars: The Old Republic yesterday. I downloaded and installed SWTOR. I managed to get into my OG account, and I made a character in SWTOR and ran around. And like classic WoW looks better and plays better than SWTOR. And that's a game that came out in 2012. And I'm like, how the hell does classic WoW still look better and feel better and play better than a game that came out in 2012? It's absolutely ludicrous. Yeah, it's just something about it's not even it's like it just looks better, it looks smoother, it's hard to quantify. But yeah, after I played Lord of the Rings for a couple minutes, I got on SWTOR, played that, and I was like, oh man, like what's going on? Alright, am I done here for now, or is there anything else we want to do? Like, we're level 32, we could potentially start thinking about Stranglethorn. I don't really want to go to Ashenvale. Wetlands, I think we're done for now, but we might have some stuff to clean up later. Like Duskwood, we still have stuff to do. Maybe we have to finish up stuff in Duskwood. Maybe that's the next step. This will get us back to Darkshire. Which version of WoW are there more try-hard, sweaty players in? Well, I mean retail. Retail has the biggest player base, so like it's easy to answer that question just because more people play retail than any other version of the game. So the sweatiest players are going to be in retail. There are some sweaty people playing SOD as well. Like some people that played SOD at least during like phase 2 and phase 3. I think those were like dejected retail players because people got really sweaty in SOD after a second. But the playership of SOD is like a fraction of the playership of retail, so. WoW aged pretty well. Yeah, it's more like honestly, like not only did it age well, the graphics and the game world are timeless. Like I would go beyond saying that it aged well, and I would say that it's literally timeless. That like 20 years from now, somebody could fire up this game and they could find it beautiful. And they could find it an immersive, intriguing place to explore. Like 20 years from now. Because it just has like a timeless quality to it. And the classic client of it, like the classic client, like makes everything so smooth and everything like so good. It's like it's impossible to, it's impossible for anything to compete with it. It's impossible. What do we got going on here? We got Tainted Ones and Vile Fangs. Okay, let's run down and we'll try to do that. I'm not sure, like, it's level 31, we're level 32. We've got 2 talent points unspent. That's super smart of me. Let's see. Regenerates 1% of your total HP over 6 seconds after being the victim of a critical strike. That could be really good. I'm sure we get crit like all the time. Is there anything else I want? Increases the area of effect and duration. Yeah, like that's a nice to have, but I don't know if I need it. Enrage gives you a 5% melee damage bonus for 12 seconds after being, yeah, like these crit strike ones. I'm gonna take Enrage. Yeah, let's do that. It has a cartoony style, but it's not really light. So some of it's light, some of it's dark. It's a really good mix of like a high fantasy look and like a dark fantasy look. It has it has enough variety that it can kind of walk that line. This is going to be a tough area to do by ourselves. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 6-pack. It's a literal 6-pack of Worgen. I don't think I'm going to tackle a 6-pack of Worgen. That seems like a really bad idea. Someone must be in the mine shaft. Yeah, there's somebody back here. I see bodies. There's usually other mobs out front. Somebody's in here. Every zone is so different. Yes, exactly. One of my like biggest motivations for playing the game back when I first started was like I wanted to see everything I could see in the zone I was in, and then I started to look forward to like what's next, like what kind of biome is next, what kind of like interesting unique look is right over the horizon. That was like a big like motivation for me when I first started playing WoW. I was like I remember my friend like opened the map. Like, I was in Mulgore on like a tour and he's like, okay, here's your zone. Here's this. All these are zones that are all different. And then he backed out again. And I was like, wait. Every single one of these is a different looking zone with different enemies and NPCs and towns and villages? He's like, yes. And like from that day on, I was hooked. And still today, like 20 years later, there's not another game that feels as big. There's nothing that feels as big or as complete. They are gonna respawn all around me. Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping there's another player back here to like help me out when that happens. But I can't abandon all these skins. Okay, well, there's no player back here, but we do got respawns. We're gonna be working from the back of the cave back out. Do I think hardcore will make a resurgence? No, I don't. At this point, the only way hardcore could make a resurgence is if Blizzard did a fresh start server. And for Blizz to do a fresh start server, they would have to care about hardcore. And for them to care about hardcore, they would have to care about classic era. And they don't. And so no, I don't. Like, they should have, if they had left hardcore alone, there'd still be a thriving hardcore population on Blood Cell Buccaneers. Because, like, the hardcore population on Blood Cell Buccaneers in the US and Hydraxian Waterlords in EU, that was all, like, sustained by fans and sustained by, like, communities of people. And then Blizzard killed that when they announced official servers. And the official servers, they just didn't seem to care about, didn't want to support, didn't want to do new things. They did the solo self-found. When they first talked about solo self-found, they said it would be its own server type. And in fact, if you look at the server type for hardcore servers, it says like hardcore regular. Like they clearly at some point thought maybe they would support hardcore, and then they totally abandoned it. You know, we didn't get fresh start like solo self-found servers. We got a stupid option at character select, and by then it was basically dead anyway. So like not only will there not be a resurgence, like Blizzard did everything they could to kill hardcore. From announcing their own servers and then just abandoning them, they did what they could to make sure hardcore died. While benefiting from the hype as much as they could. All right, let's do it. There is another player here. Very nice. We need Classic Plus, yeah. But you know, listen, the current Classic team can't make Classic Plus. Like they can't do it. Like so, like, and I'd rather not have them try to do it and end up with another season of Mastery. So for right now, like, I don't even want them to think about Classic Plus or go anywhere near the concept, because it's the same people that made Season of Discovery that are on the Classic team. Like they're not going to be able to do it. It's not going to be what you want. They, like, by making Sob the way they did, they basically prove that they don't know what Classic players like about Classic. Like, they are not Classic players themselves. Not in the sense that I mean, and they don't understand what people really enjoy about Classic era. Because if they did, then SOD would not be the way that it is. They don't have the right skills for it. They all seem like they would be perfectly fine working on Progression Classic, like working on Mist of Pandaria Classic, or even working on the retail team. Because most of their design concepts are very modern MMO concepts. But since they're all relatively younger people, they didn't play Vanilla when it came out, they didn't play TBC, they didn't play Wrath. a lot of them probably start, if they played WoW at all, like formatively, they probably started playing it after Cataclysm. And they don't, and they haven't put enough time into Classic Era to really like understand what Classic players get out of it. So I don't want them working on Classic Plus. What I would like them to do, something that is within their skill sets, I would like progression servers. I would like them to start up progression servers and to run like a 2-year progression server that starts in vanilla. We go through all the patches of vanilla, we go to TBC, then we go to Wrath. And then every 2 years you just reset it. That's within their abilities, and that's what I would like them to do. Just start up progression servers. Give us like a 30 or 40% XP buff. Season of Mastery had a 40% XP buff, and like Season of Mastery leveling felt really good. You didn't hit that slump in like the late 30s, 40s, and 50s when you had the 40% XP buff. It was pretty nice. And so that's what I want them to do. That way, every 2 years, you know you got a fresh start at Classic. And that way, no matter if you're like a vanilla fan or a TBC fan or a Wrath fan, you get to spend some time in the era that you enjoy. You might not get to spend the whole time there, but you will get to spend some time in the era you enjoy most. I feel like it could be like a decent way for them to support Classic and like continue like hype for Classic. We're done here. I'm running in circles, but the reality is we're done. So let's move along down the road. But you know, I'm not convinced that the Classic team is even aware of the concept of progression servers. For them to know what a progression server is, they'd have to be aware of like other MMOs. They'd have to be aware of like the things that other Classic MMOs do, like EverQuest runs progression servers. And I'm not sure these people are keyed into those things. So, I don't know. Time will tell. The reality is, like, most likely before anything else happens, we're gonna get Mist of Pandaria Classic. Like, before anything else happens with Classic, we get Mist of Pandaria Classic. Meanwhile, like, Season of Discovery will keep trucking along until it completely dies. Mist of Pandaria Classic will come out. 7 people will play it. I don't know. Yeah, they're never going to do era servers. Because if they do era servers, that's like admitting that what they did before was wrong. If they did era servers, they'd have to admit that not having era servers was the bad move. And they're never going to admit that.
Greetings.
So we're never going to get like a TBC era and a Wrath era server that stay up.
Light bless you.
Because that would be them admitting that how they did it in the past was wrong. And they don't do that.
You need something? For the Alliance. See you around.
Era servers also don't bring in any money. They don't bring in money, and they don't really bring in any hype. And like at least a progression server would bring in some hype, you know? Oh, fresh start, progression server, let's go, boys. Like, it brings in some hype. Every 2 years, you can have hype. If you have an era server, there might be a little bit of hype right away. Then the hype goes away, and what you're left with is a player base that's even more separated than before. Like, you already have a pretty separated player base between like SOD, Classic Era, and Cataclysm. If you throw 2 different era servers into that, you split people up even more. And like, I don't feel like that's... it sucks because like, I feel like the game should have always had era servers. Like, but the time for an era server is when we move eras. The time for TBC era server was when we went to Wrath. The time for a Wrath era server was when we went to Cataclysm. And like, opening them up on their own, like just opening them on their own, I don't feel like that's a good idea. Because I feel like it's going to split the player base up too much, and like, it's just not going to be good. Sucks. Johnny, I appreciate it, man. I'm good. Thank you for the help, though. That was fun. It was fun. I don't know what else I'm going to do here right now, if anything. So yeah, I think progression servers would like make some people happy, and it's like that's what we're likely. If we're going to get anything, it's likely to be progression servers. But we'll see. I've been wrong before. I'd love to be wrong about this. Maybe eventually they'll do something really cool and exciting with Classic. In the meantime, I'm happy playing Classic Era right here on Whitemane. I hope more people come back to Classic Era, and I hope they choose to play here. It really is a good place to play. And that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do, like, probably on the streams going forward. Is we're just gonna hang out. We're gonna play Classic Era on Whitemane. I got a bunch of characters I want to level up. Some of them are young, some of them are middle-aged, and we're gonna play here. And with that, guys, I'm gonna call it for today. I'm basically out of time for today, so I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna park myself at the inn, and we will be back tomorrow, and we will be leveling right here on Whitemane. So yeah, thank you guys for being here with me today and for hanging out. I really do appreciate it, and all of the support. You guys have been great. And I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon or evening. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you back here very soon. Bye for now.